Hi, I'm Liz Parker, Senior Editor of Candy Industry Magazine. Today we are talking with Alina Morse, the founder of Zolli Candy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
My first question, you started Zolli at a very young age. Can you talk a little bit about how that started?
Yes, so I came up with the idea for Zolli Candy at age 7 on a trip to the bank with my dad. The bank teller offered me a sugary lollipop. My parents always told me I shouldn't have candy. Sugar is terrible for my teeth. So I asked them, why can't we make a better for you candy, something that I can enjoy without you saying no, but that won't give me cavities and that I can enjoy all the time. And so that was the idea for Zolli Candy. But I asked my parents, probably 100 times, when are we going to make these lollipops? When are we going to make these lollipops? Before they finally said, Alina, if you want to make something happen, you have to write down a plan. So I wrote down a plan in my idea binder and we got to work.
And then you kind of just answered this, but what made you want to start like a sugar-free, better for you type company?
Yeah, so at 7, I really wanted to enjoy a sweet treat without feeling, pressured from my parents to not have, something with sugar or something bad for me. And then additionally, I grew up having food allergies. Multiple of my friends have food allergies, and that makes it really tough to enjoy traditional candy. Especially on holidays like Halloween, Easter, when they're big candy holidays, and you feel like you're not a part of the group. I understood those feelings from a young age. And so I wanted to create something that was all inclusive that everyone could enjoy.
Okay, that makes sense. And how did the name Zolli come about?
Well, unfortunately, I can't take credit for the name Zolli. My younger sister Lola came up with the name. She was around 4 years old at the time. And we were talking back and forth about what we thought this name should be, and we kind of landed on xylitol lollipops. It was one of our main ingredients at the time, that we've since phased out, but was a really important part of our candy making process in the beginning. And so one day I offered her a xylitol lollipop, and she said, "You mean a zollipop?"
Hmm,
And it was so natural and fun, and short and sweet. And that's really what Zolli is. It's simple, it's sweet. And so I thought it really encapsulated our essence.
that's funny. That's cute. And then how did you get the initial funding for the company at such a young age? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so I pulled all of my savings, everything that I had saved from birthdays, Christmas, all the holidays that grandparents are writing the check. Uh, and then my parents matched that, and it ended up being about $7,500. And I was very fortunate that my parents took that leap. It wasn't an easy leap for us to take, but they really believed in me. They believed in the idea, and they thought that it could really help people. And that really, gave me this boost of confidence, and this vote of I need to do this because not only do I believe it can help people and that it can make a difference, but my parents do as well.
That worked out. That was nice that they were able to match your initial deposit.
Yeah, my parents have been really supportive, and I'm really grateful for their involvement and support and just pushing the fact that, women can do anything, young girls can do anything. That's been really inspiring, especially having two young girls in the house. It's really been great.
And going back to the candy, what sugar-free ingredients do you use to keep it free of sugar?
Yes, so our magic teeth cleaning ingredients, our sugar-free ingredients, are isomalt and erythritol. So those are both plant-based, and isomalt is really our main ingredient that we utilize to, give structure to the product, which is like so cool on the candy science side, but also, it helps raise the pH in your mouth, helps neutralize the acid, and strengthen your tooth enamel. So it's taking away the bacteria that causes cavities and tooth decay. It's just a really unique process in which the isomalt and the small amount of erythritol that we use, combine to create a really great teeth cleaning effect, but without the laxative effect that a lot of zero sugar candies or low sugar candies have. So we've done multiple studies, NIH funded studies actually, that show that there's no contraindications or tummy troubles with kids. And I always feel like that's a really important part to mention when talking about zero sugar candy, because sometimes there's that unpleasant bathroom trip to say the least, with zero sugar, but not with Zolli.
I was going to ask about that. You guys sent me samples and I think I was showing it to someone and they were like, it cleans your teeth. Like, how does it do that? So that was interesting. I was wondering how that worked. And the candy is also gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan, correct?
Yes, and it's also keto, diabetic friendly, um, kosher, and made with natural flavors and colors.
Okay. And recently you launched the Zolli Caramels and the Zolli Gummies. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our new items, the gummies and the caramels, are some of the best creations yet. We've been working in the chewy category for some years now to develop gummies, to develop different flavors of taffy and caramel. And we finally, zeroed in on this fantastic recipe. Our caramels have that really nostalgic, almost butterscotchy caramel flavor. And that's what I really love hearing from our customers that have tried it so far. It launched on QVC about a month ago, as well as online. And then hopefully in retail coming soon. But our customers are really, really excited about something that it feels like that nostalgic, almost like candy shop, mom and pop candy shop experience. And you're from Michigan, so like Mackinac Island and like all of the
Yep.
little candy shops. Um, they like they totally associate our candy that's now zero sugar and brought into the 21st century with this feeling, and that's really special. And our gummies, we have four flavors. We have watermelon, strawberry, pineapple, and peach. And those are absolutely fantastic. They're a pectin-based gummy, so that's vegan, and also kosher. And so it's really important to us to have those attributes all throughout our products that everyone can enjoy.
That's interesting too. I have a friend who is vegetarian and gluten-free, and I didn't realize like until recently she can't always have gummies. So that's good to know too.
Yeah. Yep, I'm gluten free as well. And for the kosher community, for the vegan or vegetarian community, it's really important to have an option. And that option doesn't have to sacrifice on texture or flavor, and you're not gnawing on it forever. It's just like a nice clean bite, and a really nice finish.
Can you, in addition, the brand has some licensing partnerships, so like DreamWorks, things like that. How did those come about? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Yeah, so our first licensing partnership collaboration was with Boss Baby, which came out, I believe, 2 years ago now. And then this year we've collaborated with Gabby's Dollhouse, also from DreamWorks, but it's actually Netflix's #1 kid show. And that's really exciting for us because we're in this space where we're promoting to kids, we're promoting to young families, but to have this organic partnership, which is what we've created with DreamWorks, where we organically promote their show through our bags and the content that we create and send to them to reshare on social media. They're also in turn promoting Zolli and our items, not just the Gabby's Dollhouse, branded ones, but our brand as a whole. And so we are the exclusive candy partner for the show. And we're alongside partners like Spin Master and Lego, I believe. And that's really amazing, to be included, but to not be a traditional candy brand, to be young, woman owned, zero sugar, and really kind of disrupting the industry. And so that's really special to have that organic partnership.
Yeah, that's great. And that's exciting to be with like Lego and other big companies
Yeah,
like that
it's
as
really
well.
amazing.
So now that you are at college this fall, is the leadership or management of Zolli going to change or how will that work?
So, um, really, with me coming to school, there's no difference. I have members of my team that are all across the country and all across the world. And so virtual work is really, obviously taken off with COVID. So I really don't see a big shift in how I'm able to work as long as I can get campus Wi-Fi. I'm going to be all
Right.
set. But it's really, not even one of the top 10 biggest hurdles that we've ever had to overcome as a small business, as a candy brand. Um, we've dealt with a lot worse with the pandemic. So this is really like just another day. Fortunately or unfortunately, I just won't be able to go into my office and bother my dad in his office next
Right.
door. Which maybe he's like, yes, I've had almost 10 years. We've been in business for almost 10
Oh
years
yeah.
now. So I'm sure he's like, maybe I'll have a little bit of break from Alina and her crazy question asking, because I am like still a little kid at heart, even though I'm 18 now and an adult. But I'm always asking questions and staying curious. So maybe he'll get a little break, but not very much. I'll still be calling and we'll be talking a lot.
Yeah, I assume so. And then personally, on the consumer side, what is your favorite Zolli product or flavor?
So I would say that's a tie right now for me between the Zolli caramels, and then the watermelon Zolli gummies.
Okay.
I love watermelon flavored things. I love our watermelon pops as well. They're the two-tone pops. Um, but the gummies are absolutely fantastic. I can go through a whole bag in one sitting. And you don't want to be around me when I'm eating a bag of Zolli gummies because I will not share. But then the caramels are also just like the perfect decadent treat. And something that I really love about them is that they don't stick to your teeth. So I had braces for nearly 5 years, and so I had to cut out all the sugary taffies and caramels. But I actually started developing Zaffy Taffy, one of our OG items, during that time. And we made it nonstick, so it doesn't stick to your teeth. It won't pull off a bracket, won't mess with your dental work. And same thing with the Zolli caramels. It's that really smooth feel on your teeth, and you don't feel like you're picking caramel out of your teeth after you're eating. And that's just something that I really love about it. But it's really decadent and sweet. And I've heard from pretty much everyone that's tried it that they can't believe it's not sugar.
Yeah, as someone who used to have braces, I can vouch that you don't want things sticking to your teeth. I've tried the caramels; they were really good. I did like you said, they're non-stick and they're more of that like decadent taste versus just like because sometimes sugar-free products will taste like a little different, and that's not what we
Sure,
want. But it tasted
yeah.
like a regular caramel to me, so that was good.
Yay! Yay! Yeah, we have gotten rid of the sugar-free aftertaste that doesn't exist with Zolli, and we also are really focused on like that fruit flavors and like using natural fruit flavors. And sometimes we've gotten comments like, "Well, we want something really decadent." So we've done chocolate items in the past, like peanut butter cups and chocolate covered caramels, but we went like way decadent with a true caramel product, but that's dairy free, and it really doesn't taste like it.
Oh, I didn't know that, but yeah, it was really good. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but thanks again for talking with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.